Hey, this is Erica from Ever Educating, and it's time for my Q4 recap. As you can see, I'm not in my usual spot, but I still wanted to make sure that I created this video to kind of wrap up the year, as it does end tomorrow, which is unbelievable to think about. But this is my last accountability video for the year on how my goals are doing. Next month, I will start again from, scratch, listing my goals for next year. I'm still deciding on them, so I'm not going to cover that in this video. Today is just, again, recapping how Q4 went with my 10 goals for 2023. I have my other videos about recapping my quarters listed below in case you're interested in that. But basically, to begin, and I have my notebook right here, one goal this year was to start gardening and accomplish this one. I did do some gardening Q4. I actually planted my first potatoes, so I'm curious to see, not potatoes, onions, my first onions, so I'm curious to see how that will go. And I still have my basil, and I still have my rosemary and my chives. My lavender ended up drying out, and I also lost my parsley. But on the whole, I did start my garden this year, and it's still going pretty well. I do plan on doing some flower gardening next year and hopefully using my herbs more, because I haven't used them a lot to cook, because I don't cook a lot with basil, but I get a lot of basil. So I'm gonna try to find some new recipes for that one. But I feel like I definitely accomplished this goal. My second one was to meet people. Did some of this, I did go to an in-person writing conference. I've met more people online in the writing community. I've met people through a book club that I joined at the library. And so I would say in Q4, I did attend a book club meeting. But other than that, I've attended a couple holiday parties as well, so meeting new people that way. This one is definitely probably going to stay in 2024 as a goal. I do want to continue to meet people and get out there, make new friends, etc. But on the whole, I did this to an extent this year, so that's something at least, right? Progress. And then next ones. Okay, so my goals tied to my physical health. I did reach the goal in the sense, like, one thing I had this year was to get closer to my ideal weight, and I am on the right direction. So I do take it as a win that I didn't gain any weight this year, which isn't true of the year before that and the year before that. So this is the year that I maintained, but also lost a little weight, not much, but I am glad that I accomplished that. And that's something I'll keep working on into the new year as well. And then on that front, as far as I wanted to go on daily walks, I did do that most of the year. And then I ended up getting a leg injury, but that's on the mend now. So I'm going to get back into that habit come the new year. So I'm excited about that. But on the whole, progress on that front. Now, my creative writing, I did query more than 50 agents. My goal was 50, and I ended up around 70. So I'm excited about that. Did not get an agent this year, but I still have some queries out. I have a full package out. I have plans to submit more in the new year. So in this case, it's just the fact that I did reach that goal, put myself out there, check off the list, right? I did send some more during Q4. And then also I was working on writing a chapter book. So I am still working on that. It's kind of gotten a lot longer than I anticipated. So I haven't finished it yet, but we made progress towards that goal as well, but not completely. And then I also had just kind of working on revising my current stories, and I have been doing that as well throughout the year. And I actually wrote a new manuscript in Q4 as well. So on the whole, I'm pretty content with my creative writing goals. I'll keep working on getting that agent hopefully in the new year. And then my Ever Educating goals, I did not write my blog post, but that's okay. I did do my videos. So I did the videos basically weekly this year. I'm considering going down to bi-weekly in the new year, so I have more time for my writing. But again, I'll talk more about that when I post my goals for 2024 video next month. And then also doing live streams and more creative consult calls was on my goals list for this year. I did a few live streams, but I didn't get many questions from my audience as far as their specific situation when teaching, asking for advice from me. I'll link that form below in case you do want to submit something that I could talk about in a future live stream. So I would say I did it when I did get questions, but I didn't get as many questions as I hoped to receive. And I did do some creative consult calls in Q4. They were amazing. I really enjoyed them. I'm still offering that service in case you're interested. I'll go ahead and link that below too. So on the whole, Q4 actually was quite good for the consult calls because I did more than usual during Q4. So I think that's basically everything as far as what my goals were for the year. On the whole, I think it went pretty well, right? Because I did garden, I did meet some new people, I did maintain my weight and actually lost a little bit. I did work a lot on my writing this year and put it out there in different ways. I'm waiting to hear back about a mentorship now, which fingers crossed, hopefully I'll be chosen for. And Ever Educating, I did keep up with my weekly videos. I did do some consult calls, some live streams. I just didn't do those blog posts. And so I'm happy with how 2023 went. Again, I'm working on what my goals are for the new year. I've been doing a lot of reflection and introspection about my core values and how I can align my life to live those core values. I'll link below videos tied to that concept. I have a few from this month about setting up your goals in a way that's valuable to you and your life. So I'll link those below in case you're interested in them, in watching them. But yeah, so I wanted to take this time to do this, even though I'm out of town at the moment. And if you want to share how your goals went for 2023, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. I'll see you next time with a new video.